Hi everybody, this is Dr. R. Arunakritika, Assistant Professor, PhD Department of Education, St. Joseph College of Arts and Science, Cuddalore. Here we are going to discuss about data structures or data types um, used in Python. Basically, there are four different data types or data structure which is interchangeably called in Python. Those are list, set, and dictionary. So there are these four different data types. Here in our video today we are going to look into what is called tuple and how to work with tuple data type. Right? We'll move on to the video. Yes. Now let us define what is tuple. So tuple is an immutable data type, meaning their elements cannot be changed after they are generated. Once if we try initializing declaring a tuple, the way it is initialized, the elements will be kept intact. For no reason, we can change the order of the elements defined in the tuple. So those will be as how we have described it in the first instance, right? So the actual meaning of immutable is that we are not able to change the memory location of any element in the tuple. So it does means the same, right? So each element in a tuple has a specific order that will never change because tuples are ordered sequences. So, so if there are, for example, if there are 5 different elements in the tuple, so always tuple of the first element of the tuple will hold the value whenever you call. The same value will be retrieved. So order will never be changed. It is immutable and it is ordered sequence of data. Right? So that is the definition of tuple. Then now how are we going to create tuple? So all objects that we inside a tuple, we identify those as tuple elements, right? So all the elements has to be enclosed within a parenthesis and will be separated by a comma. So all the objects, also known as elements, must be separated by a comma enclosed in a parenthesis. There also will be a situation where we can introduce a tuple without a parenthesis. For that, we will see in the coming slides, right? So any number of items, including those with various data types, can be contained in a tuple. So tuple not necessarily must have a single data type elements. Single traditional or primary data type elements alone must be in a tuple. It is not a necessary at all. So there can be tuples as given below. So first number tuple. So there are two different tuples listed here for our understanding. So number tuple. So here first tuple holds values, all integer values 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 14, right? This is one type of tuple where the tuple holds all same type of values. Then look at the second one, mixed tuple. So this is the name of the tuple. We have substituted a name for the tuple called mixed tuple. So this tuple has 3 elements, that is 4, a string called Python, and a float called 9.3. So there are 3 different data types mixed in it, that is a string, a float, and an integer. So there can also be tuple initialized with string, float. We can also introduce another data type inside the tuple called list or dictionary, whatever it is. Let's see how it goes in the following examples. So basically, why we need to create a tuple should be, and elements of the tuple should be enclosed within parentheses, and all elements should be separated with a comma, right? Fine. there can also be an empty tuple substituted. So empty tuple is a tuple which has no elements in it. For example, there is a tuple called sample tuple which has only open and closed parenthesis, means that there are no elements in the tuple, so the tuple is empty. So this is called an empty tuple. Right. Then the other type of tuple is nested tuple. So nested tuple is a tuple with another tuple or a dictionary or a list defined inside it. So I already, while explaining, I told you that tuple not necessarily must hold preliminary data type. It can also hold values of other data types, and there can be a list inside a tuple, there can be another tuple substituted inside a tuple, there can be a dictionary substituted inside a tuple, right? So that type of a tuple we call it as nested tuple. So nested tuple is a tuple with another tuple or dictionary or list defined inside the tuple. For example, see, there is an example given here. Now, nested tuple. So first there are 1, 2, and 3. Total 3 elements are there. So first element is the string data type. Next element is a list, and the third element is another tuple. So this type of tuple we try defining. We call it as nested. Creating a tuple without parentheses. As already I told you that there will be a situation where we can also introduce a tuple without using the parentheses. This is what we'll see now. Parentheses are not necessary for construction of multiples. Okay, this is known as tuple pressing. Okay, this is what we call it as a tuple pressing. See how we have given name of a tuple 1. It holds values 4. The second element 5.7. Third element is string tuples, and the fourth element is a list. Again, the list holds two different elements, two elements of same data type, taken under the iterated value I. Same way, all elements of T2 will be taken in J. So that's how the pairing will happen. So this is the modulus value of values from T1 and T2. The same way, this lambda function is going to divide elements of T1 and T2, the result of which will be mapped to another tuple. What is going to be returned is the circuit is being printed here. Okay, the same way we are trying to square the data, square two different tuples, value of different tuples, corresponding values. T1 of first element, T2 of first element, likewise. The same way here we have then another operation we have added T1 and T1 of 1, 2 of 1, and we have added 10, a value 10, and this is how we obtain an answer. Okay, so the tuple we have taken as T1, T2, 2, 4, 6, 8, and T2 is 1, 3, 5, 7. So taking this, we try to perform this lambda operation, map to another tuple and print it. Right now, for this, what plus operator is going to do? Already we made use of map map function along with a lambda function to add the corresponding tuple elements, okay, one by one. Now here I am trying to use this operator, okay, to add two different tuples. Okay, so T1 and T2 is given here. Now result is equal to T1 plus T2 print RES. Okay, so this is how it has added. So T1 value of all elements of T1 will be appended with all the elements. So this plus operator does not do an one-on-one addition of elements inside each different tuples. It just appends the value and clubs it into a single. Okay. Okay, now let us see some more functions where we can find the size of a. Okay, so we are going to make use of sys module. We have to import that module. Only then we can make use of this get size of operator. We'll have to make use of that operator, that function of the sys module to find out the size of a. So here's a tuple called T3, which holds 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 different values. It's mixed. It has a integer value, it has a string value, it has a floating point value, it has a character value, and it also has a list. Okay, it also has a list inside it. Now look of type operator, okay, T1. So T1 as such is just an, okay, is who it's going to hold. Now, looking at the parenthesis and comma separated element, we understand that it's a tuple. Right. Now, what will type operator give us when it is being called for along with this T1? So that will return an output like this. Class, or it will show us an